Hey everyone, what's up? It's Radioactive Rat here. This is my submission video for AGDQ 2017. It's Lester the Unlikely again. But, before you guys be like, oh my god, not this game again, there's actually some new strats for this game that, unfortunately, they don't come till later on in the game, but I do show them off. There are nice, some nice time savers in the game. And, I mean, all in all, it's a fun game to play, it's a fun game to watch. You know, it's perfect for awful games, honestly. But anyway, let's get started with Lester the Unlikely. So, this is the first level, and, you know, you gotta stretch before you run there, by the way. Not really, but, so this is the first level. The reason why you see, like, the oddball jumping in this game, and other than taking a bunch of damage boosts, is that because, so we skip animations. If you're at, like, a new part in the game, and Lester doesn't know what it is, he's gonna, like, stop, and he'll say no, he'll shiver, he'll run away, and there's nothing you could do about it. You can't control his actions, so we just, you know, skip all that by doing the oddball jumping. Now, the neat thing about this is, for that death right there, is, you technically die in the first stage, but it carries on to the second stage, which works out nice because it refills your health, and having full health in this game is actually really good. For the fact that health is kind of sporadic in the game, but 9 out of 10 times when you need a health drop, you're already at full health, and you're just like, well, there's a health drop I could have used, you know, 5 stages ago. So anyway, yeah, your defense mechanism you got right now, other than jumping over things, is to kick them. Which, you know, that's always pleasant to do, is kicking things, you know, get some anger out of you. That jump right there, we did an animation skip, and, you know, stretching again before we jump off and run to the wall, and then we, you know, continue on with the level, because why not? Because it's Lester. So anyway, Cave 1, there's nothing really special about it. There's well, actually you saw it in the first stage, I believe, yeah. There's a mechanism, as you just saw right there, where I ducked as I was falling. If you don't duck, you'll take fall damage, but for whatever reason, if you duck while you're falling, you have to, like, do it at the right time, though, otherwise he won't duck and you'll take damage. He won't take damage at all when you're ducking and falling from a high distance. Because, you know, Lester is really a cat on the inside too, apparently. And also, you open up treasure chests by throwing a rock at it. You know, we don't need keys. Keys are overrated, so instead we just use a rock to break open the chest. Now, here's a nifty little, kind of sort of skip coming up. So you're normally supposed to take that rock right there and throw it at the bats to scare them off. Instead, you do the tippy toe, you jump, drop the gem, and run. 9 out of 10 times, you will not get hit by those bats. Now right there where I jumped, if I didn't jump there, he would have gotten scared by the totem pole. But you still, like, keep going, but I think he might tippy toe past it if you don't jump past the animation part. But, and here we are, another, because there would have been animation otherwise, but this time he's tippy toeing, so there's really not a whole lot we could do about it except, you know, jump. Now these totem poles right here, if you go to that last one on the very right, and you go up to it, it will shoot out poison darts, and poison darts are instant death. And we don't want that, and the only way to get past it is to destroy it with the totem pole next to it. I mean, you can knock all 4 of them down if you want to, but it's actually a little bit quicker to just do the 2 instead because it saves on frames. And pause buffer there, because why not? Alright, so Burial Grounds, this level's kind of scary. The platforms pretty much drop and disappear at random. If you're quick enough, you can run past the fallen platforms, but it's highly recommended not to jump on the platforms because majority of the time, if you're on the platform, Lester would just glue his feet to the ground pretty much and get dragged into the fire, and that's insta-death. So here's the pattern here. It's the first and second skull. The third skull, you do not want to throw in. You throw in the third skull and you throw in another one, that ghost guy becomes really, really, really mean and he'll toss you in the fire, which is not fun. It's insta-death. There are no checkpoints in this game, by the way. So if you die in the middle of the stage or towards the end, get back to the beginning. And for this level, you go in the 5th hut. The other huts, there's 6 huts I think in total in this level. 3 of them have guards in them that'll throw a spear at you and kill you, and there's 2 that have canteens in them, which is your health. So here's the rooftop level. This one's actually a little bit tricky because the roof you can fall through and you'll end up in like a cage level. I almost fell through the roof right there, but thankfully I didn't. It's a nice time save as long as you don't fall through. River stage. God, more like Resident Sleeper stage. This one's pretty much all auto-scroller. You can't make the stage go any faster or any slower for that matter. You're basically dodging the piranhas and you gotta kick the snakes. There's a new thing in this level called fines, because, you know, fines, you gotta have them in the jungle. However, the hitboxes for the fines are a little bit weird. If you overshoot the fine, you won't grab it, obviously, as you saw there, but if you're like just like right in the middle of it or whatever, you'll grab it. And obviously if you undershoot your jump, you'll just, you know, fall and you have to start over. You do not want to die in this level at all. If you die in this level, you just, you know, like I said, no checkpoints, so you're back at the beginning of the level, and you know, this is an auto-scrolly level, and dying in an auto-scroller is never fun. It's really heartbreaking when you do. But there's 3 sections. We're on the 3rd section right now. The first 2 fine jumps are actually not that terrible. The last one is actually a little bit farther from the platform you need to land on to get to the end. But that jump is a little bit tricky too. There's a couple of ways you could do it, but the way I do it is actually the quickest way you could do it. And then there we are, we're at the end of the stage, thankfully. I hate that level. So, jungle level, I think it's just called a jungle level or something. You basically run through and you climb up this really tall ladder to get on top of the tree that we're gonna be on top of in a little bit. And there's an animation coming up, but we skip it. And there's more fines. It's all about, for the fines really, it's all about timing your jumps. And timing when to like let go to jump from tree to tree. You can have short jumps and you'll miss and you'll fall, and the easiest way to like reset the level is to pretty much have a nap. In other words, you know, get hit by everything until you have a nap. So this part here, there's actually a new tech that was recently discovered. Instead of just like regularly jumping over the hole, we hold right, run and jump twice, and then run and right. And then the other new tech right there, as you just saw, you're normally supposed to take the boomerang to unlock that door, but instead we found a glitch where you could just jump on that platform where the boomerang was, and you could pretty much clip through the door, which is actually pretty neat, because, you know, why waste time using the boomerang to unlock the door where you could just jump over it? Because, you know, video games. And of course here you got Ape Fight. He takes 12 or 13 hits, I don't quite remember, and your lady friend's up in the tree who's yelling out, "Help! Help!" And, you know, she gives you a kiss, and now you're all manly man, and you can run properly now, and, you know, your posture has changed. And now we're running away from Chested Cheetah's cousin there. If you get hit by the cheetah, it's insta-death. But, you know, more fine jumping. This is actually the last part of fine jumping, or the last level, I should say, that has fines in it, and bye-bye, Mr. Cheetah. So right here, you want to hit the boulders with the boomerang, and if you get hit by those boulders, it's insta-death, and we enter Cavern 1. So for this stage, you want to grab the blue torch. If you grab any other torches, it's like a trap. The screen shakes, and these, like, rocks come up from up and below and kill you. Also, if you don't grab any torches at all through this stage, the stage will progressively get darker and darker, and eventually the screen just goes black and you're dead. I don't know why, I don't know what kills you. I guess he's like really afraid of darkness or something maybe, and he's just like, oh, and yeah. So anyway, what you have to do here, you have to hit a number of switches here. There's really no like pattern to it, just as long as you open doors, and there's a little fun glitch there. You could glitch in between the floor and the ladder there, which I'll actually use again. It saves like a second from actually doing that to climb up the next ladder up here, like so. It's not that hard to get that glitch, really. You just gotta jump at like the right time in order to like kind of get yourself in the floor there. But it's a nice little glitch right there. You know, it's fun. There are no enemies in this stage, which, you know, works out nice because I can't imagine a stage with enemies in it. And all you're doing once you have the doors open, you just run to, you know, you exit stage left. Now for Cavern 2, you hit those switches right there and that one right there when you drop. The ceiling starts caving down on you, and you want to exit the stage as quick as you can before you get crushed. And you know, getting crushed in video games is never fun. But it's just a little maze that you have to get yourself through in order to get out. Once you know the maze, it's actually really not that hard. And the reason why I actually walk there, because every time I run and drop down, I hit that wall, and actually hitting that wall there wastes a few seconds. Now, the best part in the game, pylon skip. This skip was actually recently discovered. You do that and you neutral jump over the boulder, and that's the end of the pylon stage. Normally what you have to do is you have to destroy the boulder, and it takes 8 throws of the boomerang to destroy it. But, you know, that nifty little glitch has been found, and it's a huge time save. It's about a 28-second time save. If you get the second time, it's like a 16-second time save. So for Spider Stage, since I have full health, I was able to damage boost through most of it up until that health grab I just got. And you just continue on. Try to not take any more damage after you get your health back. Now for this part here, that spider will progressively keep dropping. If you hit the spider with your boomerang, he'll drop down faster, and you don't want that, especially, you know, in the speedrun, because that's never a good thing. And of course the spider cave leads into a volcano somehow, because video games. So anyway, we're jumping over a series of lava pools here. Obviously if you fall in the lava, it's instant death. If the lava behind you touches you, that's instant death, and the lava bubbles when you take 1 health, but it's actually not fun to get hit by them. Because for me, it kind of messes me up for the next stage, for the setup, for the health for it, as long as I don't get hit through the next stage. And also, real men clip through walls. This is like one of the best clips in the game. It's just clipping through this wall here. It's a fun little thing. I think the game intended you to grab the right side instead of the left, but, you know, clipping through walls is just a great thing. And, you know, then you get a magical ladder that drops down because your friend figured out that you're in a volcano somehow, which is great, I guess. So the dock level, we're jumping over a series of barrels. There's 3 of them. They're like time jumps. Like, there's actually a couple of ways you could do it, but this is like the easy setup for me, so it makes it actually easy and a little bit more marathon safe. And also, if you just stand directly on the fallen wood pieces there, you'll just drop down in the water. Like, you won't move, and you don't have a chance to move if you just like plainly just stand in there. So we grab the health, and now I want to be careful with my health because I do want full health throughout the rest of the game. And then, you know, boomerangs kill pirates, and you get a sword now. So, stabby stab, you stab the pirates twice with your sword. And sometimes the pirates can be a little bit of a nuisance because sometimes they're out of place and not in the right place you want them to be. But this was actually a good pattern for this. So let's get on to the pirate ship. Alright, so pirate ship 1, there's nothing really huge about it or anything. It's just like, you know, once again, as I said, don't take damage. There are health drops in this stage, but they are really out of the way. And it throws the pirates' patterns out, like so out from each other. And also, pirate dance party. It's an attendant damage boost you do there to save time. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the health in this stage is just really far out of the way. It like throws off the pirate patterns, and it's kind of sort of, you might as well just get killed by one of the pirates at that point, just so you can you have a full set of health. But thankfully we didn't have to do that in this stage, because dying in video games is not fun unless it's intended, obviously. So this whole section here, we're just stabbing pirates. There's 8 pirates in total you stab. Sometimes the patterns get thrown off and sometimes they don't. This was actually a good pattern set, for me at least. And that should be the last pirate. Yeah, that's the last pirate, so end pirate 1, and now we're on pirate 2. So this section here, this is actually the last stage of the game, thank God. More stabbing the pirates, obviously. You know, you climb up the ropes here, and then you know, I do the little nifty jump there, saves a little bit of time there. And we're stabbing more pirates, and oh, unfortunately I take a hit there. I didn't want to take a hit there, but at the same time I was thinking what to do. I'm like, I'm not gonna get killed by them because it'll just waste more time, so I do the next section a little bit differently than I would normally do, which obviously ate some time, but it's okay. It was marathon safe, so what you normally would do is just kill that first pirate and you run through the pirates with full health, and it'll take up 2 health and you'll have 1 health at the end. But I couldn't do that here, so instead I saved my 1 health that I need to get rid of for that part right there instead of having to stand and kill them. And now we're home free in the game, pretty much. There are no enemies in this section. There's no enemies in the room except for TNT if you stay in the room for about a minute. It's the longest waiting blowing up TNT ever, by the way. So what you have to do, you have to push the cannon all the way to the left where you saw that boarded up door. You have to blow it up, and then you have to go into one door to get a spoon or a ladle, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna get the spoon now. You don't have to stay for the explosion in order for it to count that, you know, the door's open now. So that barrel right there next to the spoon, you do not want to grab the water from that. There's triple X's on it, and if you drop that water on the TNT, it makes the TNT explode. So you don't want that because the TNT is instant death and you have to redo the whole level again. So you have to go through the 6th door in order to get, you know, the fresh water, I guess you want to call it. And then all we have to do is just run all the way back to the left to the door where we just blew up. You go in, you say hi to the chief, and it's the end of the game. Right there. Now, normally I would have splits up, but I'm not on my own computer, I'm actually on my friend's. And that time right there, the 16-19 is actually a PB for me, which is awesome. I wasn't expecting to get a PB in this game, to be honest. But, yeah, it's pretty cool to get one. But this is the end of Luster the Unlikely. You saved the chief, you saved the village, and you magically take a wave to get home, pretty much, and he learned to surf. And of course the nerd gets the chicks in the end, you know, because that's how it works every time, right? But this is my run for Luster the Unlikely. And this, I mean, you know I ran this game this year at AGDQ, but you know, there's been a lot of new stuff found since, and also done deal. But a lot of new things have been found in this game, a lot of new time saves. It's actually pretty great, by the way. And now we have the world's slowest moving credits in any video game I've ever seen before. But yeah, this is my submission video for AGDQ 2017. I hope you guys enjoy it, and you know, I can't wait to see everybody again in January because everybody's awesome. But there's not a whole lot I could really talk about the game after when the credits come. It's like, oh, that's the game, that's it, done, we're done. Actually, the best part of the game is actually coming up, but it's at the very end of the credits, so we have to wait through the slow-moving credits in order to see it. Excuse me. But yeah, the pylon skip, I'll explain that a little bit more. It's a 2-frame window to get it. You have to buffer just the right time and for yourself and for the pylon in order to get it. If you don't get it, you know, you're gonna die. So you fall in the water. Majority of the times I get it, usually the second time. There are times where I get it the first time, like I just did here. Which, you know, like I said, the first time is great. Second time is okay. And it's like after that, you're just like, because sometimes it's just a pain in the butt to get, and you're just like, well. Also, the best part right here. Watch for Lester! He will be back! He never comes back. He just doesn't come back at all. This is the only game. And, you know, I guess, yeah, they'll be like, oh yeah, he'll be back, yeah, sure. And nope. anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I certainly enjoyed doing this. And thank you for watching, by the way. And I will see everybody around in January. And also look out for my cookies. I will be bringing a buttload of cookies.